Listen to me, because this is your hard-earned money we are talking about, and there is no room for "I didn't know" when you are on a fixed income. You have worked 40, 50 years to build a nest egg, and the last thing you need is to lose a chunk of it to high bank fees or, heaven forbid, a mistake in how you move your money across borders. The question today is a simple one. Can Wise receive money in USD? The answer is yes, but, and there is always a but with your money, you have to understand the how and the why so you don't end up with a rejected transfer or a fee you didn't see coming. I know the fear. You're retired, or you're looking at that retirement date on the calendar, and maybe you have a pension coming from overseas, or you sold a property abroad, or perhaps a family member in another country wants to send you a gift. You hear online platform and you get nervous. You're used to the big banks with the marble floors and the long lines. But let me tell you, those big banks, they are often taking a hidden fee from you by giving you a terrible exchange rate. If you want to receive USD into Wise, you need to understand that Wise gives you something called local account details. This is the key. It's not just a virtual wallet. They give you a real account number and a routing number, just like a traditional bank. If someone in the United States wants to send you money, you give them those details. They send it via what's called an ACH transfer. That's just a fancy term for a regular electronic bank transfer, and for you, it is usually absolutely free to receive. But here's where you have to be careful. If that person sends a wire transfer instead of an ACH, Wise is going to charge you a flat fee, usually around $6.11. Now, that might not sound like much, but if you're receiving small amounts frequently, that adds up. You have to be the master of your own destiny here. You tell the sender, send it via ACH. Don't let them just click buttons at their bank without you giving them instructions. Now, what if the money is coming from outside the US? Maybe you have a pension in Europe or the UK and you want it in dollars. This is where people get tripped up and where the money shame happens because they see their balance is lower than they expected. If someone sends USD from a bank in London or Tokyo to your Wise USD account, that is a SWIFT transfer. Wise will charge you that same $6.11 fee, and the sending bank might take a bite out of it, too. Is it still cheaper than a big bank? Almost always. But you need to know the cost before you go into the transaction. I want to talk to you about the problem of security, because I know that's what keeps you up at night. You're worried about scams. And you should be. Scammers love to target people who are moving large sums of money. If you are receiving a large amount, maybe from a house sale or a retirement payout, Wise might stop the transfer and ask you where it came from. Do not panic. This is actually a good thing. It means they are following the law to make sure you aren't being laundered or scammed. They might ask for a statement or a contract. Have your paperwork ready. Being organized is being powerful. Here is your actionable takeaway, and I want you to write this down. If you are going to use Wise to receive USD, first, you must open the USD balance in your Wise app. It doesn't just happen automatically. You click Open, choose Balance, and select US dollar. Second, get your account details. Look for that routing number and account number. Third, and this is the most important, check your limits. For most of you, the limit is plenty. We're talking millions of dollars. But if you are moving your entire life savings, go into your account settings and look at your receiving limits just to be sure. And finally, never, ever give your Wise login information to anyone. Not a helpful person on the phone claiming to be from Wise, not a grandchild who says they need access to help you. You keep your password and your two-factor authentication codes to yourself. You have the power to keep more of your money. Don't let the old way of doing things, those expensive, slow bank wires, drain your retirement fund. Use the technology, but use it with your eyes wide open. You can receive your USD, you can keep your fees low, and you can stay in control. Because if you don't care about your money, who will?